I need to tell you something. And when I'm done, you can report me to the Bar Association if you want. But you need to hear this tonight. Richard called someone last night after he signed the agreement. I don't know who, he didn't tell me. But this morning he told me he has a contact inside Sunrise Diagnostic Laboratory. He intends to have the DNA samples tampered with before processing. The results will show no biological connection between him and the child. The agreement becomes void. He walks away clean.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I have been practicing law for 22 years. I have defended difficult people, helped powerful men avoid consequences that perhaps they should have faced. That is the work. I understood what it was when I chose it. But that child has nothing to do with any of this. It did not choose Richard Okafor as its father. It did not ask to be born into this mess. And if those results are manipulated, that child grows up without its biological father's name, without support, on the foundation of a lie that I helped construct. I cannot do that. I cannot be part of it.
Understand what this means for your relationship with your client.
Richard will find out eventually. He always does. My career with him is finished.
And potentially your reputation, depending on how this plays out.
I know.
Tell me everything, from the beginning. Leave nothing out.
Amaka.
Richard is attempting to corrupt the DNA test. He has a contact inside Sunrise Diagnostic. His lawyer came to me last night, off the record with everything.
Tony Obiora came to you?
At my door, 10:30 last night. He talked for 2 hours.
Is the information reliable?
I believe so. He had specific details, the name, the laboratory, the method, the timeline. Nobody fabricates that level of
So
detail.
the agreement was signed in that room, and before Richard's car left Enugu, he was already working to break it. Amaka, can we use this?
Tony's information given off the record has limitations, but it gives us enough to act before the tampering happens rather than after, if we move quickly.
I understand. What do we need to do?
3 things. First, we get a court order designating an independent laboratory for the DNA test, not Sunrise, somewhere Richard has no connection to. Second, we file a formal complaint against Richard with the Laboratory Association citing suspected interference.
Third, we make sure that when the test happens, every step is witnessed and documented. Can you file the court order today?
I am already drafting it. Pascal, there is one more thing.
Tell me, Kenneth.
The man Ngozi hired. Richard has now redirected him. He is no longer watching Ife Omahawa. He has been given the laboratory assignment. We need to know who his contact inside Sunrise is before Richard activates him.
And how do we find that out?
We ask Ngozi.
I am going to be direct with you, Ngozi, because I think at this point, directness is the only thing that serves either of us. Richard is attempting to corrupt the DNA test. He has placed someone inside the laboratory he expected us to use. If the results are tampered with, they will show he is not the father. The agreement becomes unenforceable. He walks away.
I told Ebuka to watch the test.
I know. Your brother told me what you said. That is why I'm here. Kenneth, the man you hired, Richard has redirected him for this laboratory job. I need to know everything you know about Kenneth. Who he is, who he knows, how he operates.
If I tell you, what happens to Kenneth?
That depends on how far he has gone. If he has only been approached, if he has not yet made contact inside the laboratory, there may be room to handle this quietly. But I need the information first.
Kenneth Nwosu. He lives in Independence Layout. He drives a silver Corolla. The registration number starts with EN. He has a sister who works at Sunrise Diagnostic Laboratory. Her name is Blessing. She's a laboratory technician.
Why are you helping me?
Because that child needs a real name on its birth certificate. Not a manipulated one. Not a lie. I have told enough lies. My child should start its life with at least one truth.
Your child is fortunate to have a mother who is learning.
The application is filed. We should have the order by end of day. Meridian Diagnostics is clean. I have used them before. No connection to Richard or anyone in his circle.
And Kenneth's sister Blessing at Sunrise?
I have a contact at the Laboratory Association. I am making a quiet call this afternoon. Blessing Rose will find herself under a routine audit before Kenneth can activate her.
Quietly?
So quietly, she will not even know why it is happening. Just enough to make her unavailable for Richard's purposes.
Amaka, you are a remarkable woman.
I know. My rates reflect that. I will call you when the order comes through.
Blessing, it's Kenneth. Pick up. Voicemail again. This is important. Texting you now. Please reply. Blessing, thank God I've been trying to reach you.
Kenneth, I cannot talk right now. There are auditors here. The whole laboratory is under review. They arrived this morning without any notice. Everything is on hold. I don't know how long.
Auditors? What kind of?
I don't know. Internal audit. Everything is being reviewed. All recent and upcoming cases. They are going through everything. Whatever you needed me for, it cannot happen. Not now. Maybe not for weeks. I am sorry. I have to go.
Wait, what? Auditors arriving without notice. This is not coincidence. Someone knew. Someone moved first. Is it done? There is a problem. The laboratory is under audit. I cannot get to the contact. Come on, Tony, pick up. Voicemail. Damn it. Call me immediately. Something has gone wrong. Tony, what did you do? He signed that agreement. He looked me in the eyes through those lawyers and he signed it. And then he drove to his hotel and tried to make it meaningless. That child, whatever the DNA shows, that child deserves the truth. A real truth, not one that Richard Okafor paid for. Which is exactly why we moved first. The audit. Barrister Amaka arranged it within hours of receiving the information. And now, the court order comes through today. The test will be done at Meridian Diagnostics. Independent, witnessed, clean. Richard can try nothing there. He has no connections, no leverage, no way in. And when the results come, We face them, whatever they say. Uncle, I want to say something. Say it. Emeka, whatever the DNA shows, you must consider all the children.
Ada's child is my priority. My baby is what I am.
I will be decent to Ngozi's child, but my real family ate everything I have left. Now you are talking like the man Ada married. Thanks, uncle. Go on then. I will.
Hello? Is this Ngozi Chukwemeka? Who is this? My name is Adana Okafor, Richard's wife. Mrs. Okafor, I am not calling to fight with you. I want you to understand that clearly. I am 38 years old, been married to Richard for 12 years with 3 children. I know exactly who my husband is. I have always known. I simply chose not to look directly at it. He told me about you, about the pregnancy, about the agreement, presented as something that happened to him, as though he was the victim of your scheming. But I know my husband. I know how he operates with women. And I know that whatever you did, he created the conditions for it. I am calling because I want you to know that agreement will be honored. Whatever Richard is trying to do to get around it, it will not work. Why would you do that? For my child? Not for your child. For mine. Because if Richard can abandon 1 child, he can abandon 3. And I will not let my children live in a world where their father's pattern of behavior is allowed to continue unchecked. Mrs. Okafor, I am sorry. Don't apologize to me. Raise that child well. That is the only thing I want from you. Your father's wife just called to protect you. A woman you have never met, who has every reason to hate you. I want to be the kind of mother that people call Madi, but it has to, but because they know I will do the right thing. Court order granted. DNA test to be conducted at Meridian Diagnostics. It is done. The order is granted. Meridian Diagnostics, Richard cannot touch it.
Good. When can the test be scheduled?
After the birth. The baby needs to be at least 72 hours old for the buccal swab. We will schedule it the moment the child arrives.
And Richard has been notified?
His lawyers will receive the court order tonight. He will know by morning that sunrise is no longer an option.
How do you think he will react?
Like a man who has run out of angles, which is exactly where we want him. By the time you read this, I hope the storms that came before you will seem very far away. I want you to know that you were wanted. By me, your father, your uncle, and women who sang at the gate.